Okay, it's time to talk about slides and sandals more seriously. After my Harmony came in clutch and she bought me a pair of sandals in Korea in like 2021 or 2022, I probably wear them like 60% of the year, legit more than closed-toed shoes. And that's saying something because I'm a sneakerhead. Really, I mean, as soon as the sun is out, I'm wearing slides. Basically, and even though I have some heat, I just always end up choosing my slides. I'd rather have my feet breathe. And the pair my Harmony bought me was $25, but honestly, if I'm wearing these year long, I might as well invest more in them because I wear them so often. If I'm wearing them more than a normal shoe, why wouldn't I pay just as much? With Yeezy slides and like Crocs booming over the last year, I feel like people are more and more realizing how great open-toed shoes are. And there are probably plenty of people like me that are looking for a more minimal looking sandal that they can wear in everyday outfits. But me, I'm looking for the slide or like the sandal. I mean, I'm looking for the one. So I'm gonna go through a variety of different sandals and slides with a value perspective to see really which one is worth it. This is Supreme Value, where I use a rating system / formula to determine the value of a product numerically. I give a word rating that corresponds to a number and a tier for 4 categories. Those categories are quality, features, price, and priority. Those numbers are then averaged out to give a value score. Since they're all in the same product category, for priority, the rating for all of them will be the same. With things I've reviewed, with slides being more and more important to me, they've moved up from the C tier to the B tier. I mean, I really do wear them like that. So I'm gonna go through each of the slides and then compare them at the end. With all the hype gone with the Yeezys, now's the time to buy them because prices are lower than ever. But that's not necessarily the case for slides. So it begs you to wonder, maybe the slides weren't popular because of the hype and it was actually a good slide? And to be honest, that seems to be the case. Dang, these are comfortable. Like when you think of walking on clouds, these achieve that feeling. Wow, very squishy and plushy. Now, here's the thing. I feel like there's 2 types of cushions. There's squishy or firm. And I know a lot of people have different preferences. Every time you put on a squishy, you immediately feel the nice comfort, but sometimes for longer walks, they can start to feel unstable. And I end up wanting something that makes my foot feel a bit more supported. I also wish the strap part was just a little bit shorter. In terms of sizing, I've seen online and can personally attest to this that I recommend going a half size up. In terms of price, here's where things get interesting. These are at a unique case because Yeezy slides are barely selling in retailers from my understanding, or they have rare restocks and will soon be dying off. So while they're technically $70 for retail, which actually they were once $60, most people have to pay around $130 for resale price. Now, luckily, I bought these bad boys a while ago on retail drop. The difference from retail to resale is drastic. It's nearly double. For retail price at $70, so with tax around $80, I'm gonna say these offer what's worth that price. To me, $70 for retail is the most reasonable Yeezy price I've ever seen, since it's a brand that normally sells shoes for $200 plus. I would have thought that they would have sold for like $100 to be honest. Now, I will say most people will have to buy them on resale price, which would be around $130, although I'm sure many would disagree seeing how popular these have been even with that resale price. Overall, my rating for these are 3.75. Nike's attempt at creating a head-to-head but different competitor to Yeezy's slide is good timing for them because Yeezys are basically discontinued. But they have an interesting approach because their version of minimal slides are actually a lot different than Yeezy's. Remember when I was talking about squishy versus firm? Well, on that spectrum, these are on the opposite side of Yeezys. These are firm and have some weight to them. They honestly seem and look like they got the bottom of an Air Force One and curved it a bit. The cushion of these are actually unlike any sandal I've worn. It's like firm squishy, but I kind of like it. It's like a thick gel. It feels like wearing a sturdy shoe that's open-toed. I really think this is more of a preference. I definitely wouldn't go off of initial feel. If you're looking to buy these, I would try them first. And they have noticeable weight. You can actually feel the weight distribution. It feels like holding a purse, but except your foot is holding it. It's bottom heavy. It's not that significant, just note it. Again, similar to the Yeezys, I feel like the top strap could have been a bit smaller in length. It keeps your foot snug, but too snug in my opinion. I think I should have gone half size up, except they only have full sizes, so I don't know. But even on the website for the model that's wearing them, it looks like some of his heel isn't on the slide, like it's like small on him. These definitely feel durable. I'm actually a fan of the cushion system, honestly. I wish it was just a bit lighter. The best feature is the footbed. I love when they add some kind of perforation or indents. You can see these lines across, which is a really nice touch. They also got traction too. Not that you really need grip for slides, but again, that's a nice touch. And for $50, sometimes even cheaper, these are great. Honestly, a really great price from Nike. The quality and features really do offer a well-rounded feel. Overall, the score is 4.13. These Costco slides are so good, honestly. The cushion is a great balance between squishy and firm. There's a bit of a bounce to it and it feels like it's quality. I really like these. Wow. The only thing is for sizing, they go up every 2 sizes. So for me, this is a size 9/10, but it's definitely too big and unfortunately looks that way on my foot. I think the length of the top strap is perfect and I also enjoyed the minimally textured footbed. But what shines the most is the price. At Costco, if you can find these, they're legit $10, but I think they're running low on stock. And since not everyone has access to Costco, I'm gonna go with its retail price with $15. That's an amazing price to me. If the sizing is right for you, these are honestly a steal and would have been a supreme price if it was $10 on Amazon. Overall, the value score for these is 4.38. Okay, I've seen a lot of people wear the leather Birks and I considered trying them, but my feet get hecka sweaty, so I felt like it would just stink up the leather. So I went with the essentials instead. These, to be honest, I wasn't a fan at first. Like if you try these on blind, they kind of feel like cheap sandals from Walmart. I could see plenty of people trying these on and not liking them on first impression. But after a few days, the shape of the mold, it's actually pretty nice. They have this curve that at least for me matches the arch of my foot. It's a super lightweight sandal that has a stiff cushion, not squishy at all. The initial feel ain't great, but after a few days, the lightness and the mold are a specific type of comfortable. I still think some people wouldn't like these though, so I would say try them on for a few days if you can. Another nice feature is that they have these resizable straps too, so you can get that perfect fit. And because there's two, this is definitely the most breathable sandal. For price at $50, even with its features, I feel like it's a little expensive relative to what it offers. Like I feel similarly to how I feel about Crocs. I wish they were more so around like $40, especially since the cushion is probably, in my opinion, an acquired taste. Overall, for value, I give it a 3.13. I bought the most popular slides on Amazon and these are solid. They're honestly like a good standard. They feel relatively comfortable, but nothing really stands out. The foam seems to feel somewhat squishy, but somewhat firm, and overall, it's super lightweight. It's also a minimally perforated footbed, which is nice. I could see the sandal wearing off though in a few months though. For a price at $23, that's a solid price and I see why it's so highly rated. It's another simple, straightforward sandal. Overall, I give it a 3.13. Alright, y'all know my thoughts about Temu. It's got its pros and cons. I wanted to check out a pair of knockoffs and yeah, these, they felt like a prop. They feel like they're made out of styrofoam. Honestly, it's not bad though. Like even more so if you put on socks. They are enjoyable, but I guess the lightness is a plus. While the comfort ain't terrible, these might rip or break in like a month. Quality isn't quite bad, but worse than mid. There really isn't anything that stands out either. But for $5.81, that's really not bad. Like for what you get, that price is solid. Literally $6. Shoot, I mean, you could technically buy 3 to last you the whole summer for $20, which isn't like terrible, I guess, sort of. Overall, the value to me is 1.38. I also bought the most popular ones on Temu and I have a similar sentiment, but a few differences. These offer more comfort than you might think. The quality is definitely cheap, but actually they're surprisingly somewhat comfortable. They just have a bit more of a bounce than the knockoffs. Though I think in a month, these will also probably wear off. And for the price, again, you get what you pay for. So it's not like a ripoff, just cheap. Overall, the value to me, it's 2. Before I give my final thoughts and comparison, I want to shout out the Durham Rescue Mission. If you feel uncomfortable giving food to homeless people on the street, this is a great way to easily and systematically support the homeless community, especially for the local people in Raleigh or Durham. The DRM has a fire thrift store. They are one of the oldest and largest long-term homeless shelters in Durham and provide counseling, job placement, and much more. Normally I set up a fundraiser for each video, but I'm working on a new system, so that's going to be on hold. If you wear a size 9 though, you're in luck. I'll be giving all the ones I review for free, except for one that I'm gonna wear. All you have to do is comment your Instagram username like this. Also, everyone that participates in one of my fundraisers will forever cement their names in the supreme value universe. Welcome, my 5 neighbors. Overall, we have raised a little over $1,600 as of right now. Let's go. Thank you everyone for supporting me, the homeless in Durham, and the DRM. Okay, in terms of value, I do think the Costco ones are most worth it. The price is really undeniable, and for the comfort that you get, it seems pretty durable as well. Honestly, all of my value ratings aren't unexpected. It's funny how the Burks and Amazon have the same rating. The scores are like flipped in different areas, but overall you get a similar ratio of what you get versus what you pay. In terms of quality, the Yeezy slides are definitely at the top. I mean, I honestly debated a lot whether I should put the Nikes in the A tier, but I feel like it just missed it by a little. As expected, Temu is again at the bottom. The only area Temu is near the top is for price, and I mean, understandably, you really do get what you pay for. At $6, I mean, come on. Surprisingly, the Burks for price were the lowest for me, and I mean, yeah, I do think that you could have just lowered it by like $10, and I haven't seen them too much on sale. Honestly, after trying all these, I still don't think I found like the one. All of them have something that wasn't ideal. I'll still be on my journey for finding the perfect slide/sandal. In terms of looks though, I would say it's only the more expensive Nikes, Yeezys, and Burks that are more wearable for lifestyle. But honestly, if the Costco ones fit better, it might have been the one just because the value was so high for me. Some slides I didn't get to that I might try out someday are the Crocs Mellow, Hoka Recovery, or the no slip grip ones from Big Baller Brand. Also, shout out to the Adilet Comfort Slides. Those are a solid option I've tried but didn't get to reviewing. My favorite are probably the Yeezy slides because they're just so freaking comfortable and they make me go from 6'2 to 6'3, so that's nice. Okay, is there a slide or sandal that you consider like the one? And what did you think of my value scores? Am I whack? Let me know in the comments, yo. Peace. Nothing beats AirPods.